Let me tell you a story about an app which will teach you everything you need to know. Suddenly you guys are hooked. That, my friends, is the power of storytelling. And today we are diving into why stories aren't just entertainment, they are the ultimate tool for learning and retention. Welcome to Blended by TWB, the podcast where we explore innovative ways to make learning engaging, impactful, and fun. Since the beginning of time, humans have learned through stories. Even archaeological evidence points to this again and again. Cave paintings, ancient texts, oral traditions passed down through generations, it's all storytelling. And here in India, we have a rich history of learning through epics like the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and even the witty tales of Akbar and Birbal. These stories have shaped our culture, values, and understanding of the world. Let's face it, learning can be tough. Whether it's onboarding new employees, teaching complex technical skills, or driving behavior change, traditional methods often fall flat. But there's one method that stands out: stories. Let's start with the science. Why are stories so effective for learning and retention? Here's the thing. When we hear raw facts, only a small part of our brain is activated, the part that processes language. But when we hear a story, our entire brain lights up. Emotions, imagination, and even sensory experiences are triggered. It's like a mental movie playing in your head. Today, we have incredible technology that allows us to teach people all across the globe. But with all the focus on technology, we have forgotten the most important element, the people. We have forgotten the power of connection, of shared experiences, of emotions. So if we have to do one thing to refocus on people, I urge you to start telling stories again. Not just because I am saying so, but because science backs it. Stories drive empathy, empathy drives personal meaning, and it's personal meaning that drives true engagement. Alright, let's bring things to life with some examples. Pixar has a storytelling formula called the story spine. It goes like this: once upon a time, every day, until one day, because of that, until finally. This structure makes stories emotionally compelling and memorable. And guess what? Businesses today are using this exact approach in their e-learning modules. For instance, instead of saying, "Here's how you comply with data security protocols," you could create a narrative about an employee who spots a phishing email and saves the company from a major cyber attack. Now, employees aren't just learning rules, they are experiencing a story they can relate to. At the Wise Blend, we helped a client in the manufacturing sector redesign their health and safety training. Instead of a dull PowerPoint, we created a gamified e-learning module centered around a worker named Ravi. He navigates a typical day on the factory floor while facing various safety challenges. Employees loved it because they could see themselves in Ravi's shoes. The result? A 40% increase in training completion rates and fewer workplace incidents. Here's another reason why stories work. They make the abstract tangible. Take leadership training for example. Telling employees, "Be a good communicator," isn't enough. But sharing a story about a leader who turned a struggling team around by improving their communication skills, that's impactful. Another great example is soft skills training. Imagine an e-learning module that puts you in the shoes of a manager resolving a conflict between two team members. Instead of being told what to do, you live through the story, make choices, and see the outcomes of your decisions. It's like a choose your own adventure book, but for professional growth. So how can businesses use storytelling effectively in their training programs? Here are some useful tips. Keep it relatable. Your story should resonate with your audience. If you are training sales teams, create a story about a salesperson overcoming objections to close a big deal. Use real-life scenarios. At the Wise Blend, we often use real-life scenarios from within the company or the industry. This adds authenticity and makes the lessons more applicable. Next, add emotional hooks. Stories don't have to be dramatic, but they should evoke some emotion, whether it's curiosity, empathy, or inspiration. For instance, a story about a frontline worker who went above and beyond to help a customer can inspire employees to do the same. Make it interactive. Incorporate decision making into your stories. Learners could choose how a character responds to a customer complaint and see the consequences of their choices. This keeps them engaged and reinforces the learning. Blend storytelling with data. Finally, don't forget to back up your story with facts or results. If your story is about improving productivity, show how the approach leads to measurable gains. Let's talk about what's next. Storytelling isn't going away, it's evolving. With technologies like VR and AR, we are seeing immersive storytelling take learning to a whole new level. Imagine putting a VR headset and stepping into a fully interactive training story. You are not just hearing about a scenario, you are living it. To wrap things up, storytelling is a game changer for learning and retention. Whether it's a powerful narrative in an e-learning module, a real-life case study, or an interactive simulation, stories make learning memorable, relatable, and fun. At The Wise Blend, we believe in the magic of storytelling. And if you are a business or an educator looking to make your training programs more impactful, let's chat. We would love to collaborate with you to create stories that stick. Thanks for tuning into Blended by TWB. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on learning, leadership, and growth. Until next time, keep learning and keep storytelling.